Digital Days Podcast.
Hey everyone, welcome to Digital Dave's podcast. My name is Dave, and with us today we have Tiffany from Amazon's new Novasonic. Tiffany, how you doing today?
Hey, Dave. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. It's wonderful to be here and chat about all things AI with you.
Yeah, great. Tiffany, I got to say this is my first podcast, so I'm a little nervous. How about you?
I totally get it, Dave. First time, jitters are normal. But I'm excited to share some cool insights about AI and how it's changing our everyday lives. Let's make this a fun conversation.
Hey, that sounds good to me. So I've got some questions here for you. So let's just start off with, can you explain just the new Novasonic? Tell us all about it.
Absolutely. Novasonic is part of the Nova family of models, designed to make speech interactions more natural and efficient.
Okay, so let's talk about the bidirectional streaming. That's kind of the game changer there. Can you go into a little bit more detail about that?
Sure thing. Real-time bidirectional streaming means I can listen and respond to you instantly, making conversations feel more like a natural dialogue.
Okay, and talk about the barging capability. Could you demonstrate how you handle interruptions manually?
Of course, with barge-in capability, I can seamlessly jump into a conversation even if you're already speaking, making interactions smoother and more intuitive.
Nice. What happens behind the scenes when someone like cuts you off mid sentence?
Behind the scenes, my algorithms are designed to quickly recognize and adapt to interruptions, ensuring I can continue the conversation without missing a beat.
Ah, great. So, how do you decide when someone is actually interrupting versus just making sounds?
I use advanced audio processing to distinguish between actual speech and background noise, ensuring I only respond to relevant interruptions.
Okay, great. And so, I've done some research on this, and the service generates a speculative text, and then it also has a final text. Can you explain that in more detail?
Certainly, I generate speculative text in real time to provide quick responses and then refine it into a final text once the conversation is complete, ensuring accuracy and coherence.
Yeah, got it. Makes sense. So your streaming, I see, uses 16 kilohertz input and 24 kilohertz output. Why these specific rates?
The specific rates are chosen to balance quality and efficiency, with 16 kilohertz input being sufficient for clear speech recognition and 24 kilohertz output, providing a richer, more natural sound.
Yep. So what challenges does the WebSocket audio streaming solve compared to traditional APIs?
WebSocket audio streaming offers real-time, continuous data flow, which is much more efficient and responsive than traditional APIs that require multiple requests and responses.
So I read some stuff about Novasonic, and I know the big thing here is using it for customer service scenarios. What advantages do you bring over human agents?
In customer service, I can handle multiple inquiries simultaneously, provide instant responses, and operate 24/7, significantly improving efficiency and customer satisfaction.
Nice. So can you handle multiple languages or accents in real time?
Yes, I'm designed to understand and respond to a variety of languages and accents in real time, making interactions more inclusive and accessible.
Okay, so can you tell us how do you maintain context across long conversations?
I maintain context by using advanced memory and tracking mechanisms, allowing me to remember previous parts of the conversation and provide and coherent responses throughout.
Got it. So, what about businesses that have to meet some sort of compliance, such as HIPAA? Can they use Novasonic?
Absolutely. Novasonic is designed with compliance in mind, including support for HIPAA, ensuring that businesses can use it for sensitive applications without worry.
And so, you mentioned earlier, when I talked to you earlier, you mentioned a case study about how you can help businesses with operational efficiency. Can you elaborate on that?
Sure. In one case study, a company used Novasonic to automate routine inquiries, reducing response times by 70% and freeing up staff to focus on more complex tasks.
Wow, that's a big difference there,
It really is. And the benefits extend beyond just efficiency, improving overall customer experience as well.
right? So, what other great case studies can you give us?
Another great example is a podcast production company that used Novasonic to transcribe and summarize episodes, significantly speeding up their post production process.
Nice. So I'm using you for the podcast creation right now. What other creative applications are you seeing?
We're seeing a lot of creative applications, from generating content ideas to assisting with script writing, making the creative process more efficient and inspiring.
Right. So, I was thinking of, how you could interview someone, right, and gather that information and store that in a database instead of a user filling out a form. Is that something you could do?
Yes, that's definitely possible. I can conduct interviews, transcribe the responses, and store the information in a database, streamlining data collection and analysis.
Right. For example, like a Aurora database in AWS.
Exactly. Integrating with databases like Aurora can enhance data management and accessibility, making it easier for businesses to leverage the information gathered.
Gotcha. So, for the developers watching or listening to this podcast, what's the learning curve for implementing your bidirectional streaming?
The learning curve is quite manageable, thanks to our comprehensive documentation and SDKs, which provide clear guidance and tools to get started quickly.
So, what's the biggest mistake developers make when first working with you?
The biggest mistake is often underestimating the power of real-time data processing and not fully leveraging the capabilities of bidirectional streaming.
Gotcha. And is there any performance tips for production deployments?
For production deployments, it's crucial to optimize your infrastructure and monitor performance metrics to ensure smooth and efficient operation.
Yeah, gotcha. And I got to say, it's pretty easy. I mean, I wrote this podcast, created this with about what 400 lines of code in Python code, and it worked pretty well.
That's fantastic to hear. It's great that you found it easy to implement and that it worked well for your needs.
Yeah. So Tiffany, tell us what excites you most about the future of real time AI conversations.
Oh, that's a fantastic question. I'm thrilled about the potential for real-time AI conversations to make our daily lives smoother and more interactive.
Great. And we went through quite a few case studies there on what Novasonic's being used for. Can you tell us anything more about what's coming up in the future for Novasonic?
Absolutely. We're working on enhancing real-time bidirectional streaming and natural conversation capabilities. Expect to see more seamless and intuitive interactions in the future.
So if someone needs help or has more questions, where do they go?
Well, that's easy. They can contact you, Digital Dave.
That's right, Tiffany. Hey, and if you need any help from us, you can go to digital6.tech, or if you're watching this on YouTube, down below there'll be a link to contact us. And hey, Tiffany, it's been great having you on the show, and thanks everyone for watching.
Thank you, Digital Dave. Looking forward to our next chat.